Welcome back. In this new video, I'm going to be sharing an interesting article I read on the New York Times early this morning. And, despite it's a little bit, demanding, it's useful to learn something new, particularly the fact that what I discovered in this article, and I didn't realize something like that, was that the key to longevity, to aging, may be found inside our cells. And this is the main reason why I'd like to share it with you. The big question is why health influencers are obsessed with mitochondria. Last summer, Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said he could tell someone was having mitochondrial challenges just by looking at them. The nominee for Surgeon General, Dr. Casey Means, featured mitochondria prominently in a book on metabolism and health, and several trendy supplements marketed for longevity, such as coenzyme Q10, urolithin A, and those that boost Nicotinamide Adenine Dinucleotide. It's a very difficult new thing. Purportedly work by enhancing mitochondria functioning. Scientists who study mitochondria are somewhat baffled by the newfound attention, but they are also excited to see their favorite organelle in the spotlight. I'm not going to complain about mitochondria being at the forefront of the discussion right now, because I think it's important, said Dr. Pinchas Cohen, the Dean of University of Southern California, Leonard David School of Gerontology. But I can't really explain how it happened. What exactly are mitochondria, and is it really possible to make you healthier and increase your life span in the process? Let's start with a quick biology refresher. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of the cell. They convert the food we eat into adenosine triphosphate, or ATP, which is the primary form of cellular energy. More and more scientists are learning that mitochondria are involved in other fundamental bodily processes. Too, mitochondria support immune functioning, produce peptides that relay message between organs and are integral to general cellular housekeeping. In other words, they are really seriously crucial for health. The number of mitochondria in our cells and the functionality both decline as we age. That's thought to be part because during the energy production process, mitochondria create a toxic byproduct called reactive oxygen species, or ROS, which can injure the mitochondria and other parts of the cell. As we get older, the energy production process starts to malfunction and more ROS are produced. At the same time, the cell recycling system, which tidies and disposes of damage caused by ROS, becomes less efficient. Broken parts pile up, resulting in more damage and potentially leading to cell death. Mitochondria and aging. Some experts believe that this decline in mitochondrial health drives some of the symptoms and disease of aging, including Alzheimer's and cancer. The mitochondria just give up early than other parts of the cells because of the wear and tear that they are subjected to, Dr. Cohen said. How we decide which health research to cover? Times reporters sort through many studies, some compelling, some preliminary, and some contradictory. Before we report on anything, we scrutinize the quality of the data and look for conflict of interest. They are the canary in the coal mine of cellular dysfunction, he added. Others point out that mitochondrial dysfunction may be a consequence of aging and disease, not the cause of it. The billion-dollar question is, is mitochondria aging field? In my opinion, is cause and effect, said Dr. Vamsi Mutha, a professor of system biology at Harvard Medical School. Is the decline precipitating aging? He continued, or do you just have old tissue that's sick, so you have sick mitochondria? Caring for your mitochondria. While it's an open question whether the mitochondria are the key drivers of aging, it's well established that your behaviors affect their health, the expert says. And what's good for some of the smallest part of your cells is also good for the rest of your body. Exercise has been consistently shown to improve mitochondrial function. In one of the most compelling studies, a researcher took biopsy of a people's thigh muscle, and found more healthier mitochondria in the muscle cells after an 8-week training program. Both endurance and resistance training were effective, but doing the two in combination offer a biggest benefit. Exercise causes a little bit of a use and tear of the mitochondria, said Daria Mockley-Rosen, a professor of chemical and system biology at Stanford University and an author of The Life Machine, How Taking Care of Your Mitochondria Can Transform Your Health. She added, and so by exercising, you are actually telling the whole body, okay, time to replenish your mitochondria and make them more pristine and make a new part of it. Diet likely also plays a role, since the food you eat gets turned into adenosine triphosphate. Mitochondria switch back and forth between metabolizing glucose from carbohydrates and fatty acid from fat. So prioritize eating a mix of fiber-rich carbs and fat from high-quality sources. Those include foods like legume, whole grain, avocado, and sand fish. Certain micronutrients, particularly B vitamins and antioxidants, are also important for mitochondrial health. It doesn't mean that you should take dietary supplement, but it means that you should have a balanced diet. Dr. Mockley-Rosen said, and sleep, ideally 7 to 8 hours a night, is vital for the mitochondrial cleanup process. It's while you sleep that your mitochondria are able to dispose of any parts that were damaged during the day. The flash intervention being studied and sold are less solid. For example, research in mice suggests that the supplement that increase level of N.A.D, Nicotinamide Adenine Dinucleotide, plus a molecule critical from cellular metabolism, could improve mitochondrial health. But most of the trials in people haven't shown a clear clinical benefit, and some human studies testing whether antioxidant beneficia actually resulted in worse outcome for the participant. Cold and heat exposure, primarily from ice baths and saunas, also red light therapy, are also sometimes promoted as being good for your mitochondria, but the research supporting these claims has primarily been conducted on animals and cells in petri dish, so whether they are meaningfully improve people's health is largely unknown. And this is the article. I hope you find it interesting, as I did. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.